Hey, it's your girl Takia, and I'm back with another video. Hi, you guys. Before we get started, first things first, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. So, in today's video, we are going to be spilling some tea, but it's mainly my own tea, just tea about myself. I have gathered some questions from friends, family, viewers, just all over. I have picked up some questions that I'm going to answer, and I don't remember half the questions that were asked, so this is still going to be pretty much of a surprise to me. But as we're spilling this tea, I'm going to be having my first Coke in a bottle. Coca-Cola. So I've always seen these in like the commercials and stuff, especially as a kid, like when they were in like the 80s and stuff, and they'd be sitting there like drinking in the Coke, like drinking in the glass bottle. And ever since I've seen this, I've always wanted to try it. And it's like I would pass by it, but I never like really thought about it until I saw it in Walmart for like $1.50 or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to have Coke in a bottle, so let's just buy it. It's only $1.50. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna taste any different, but I don't know. I just think this is so cool. Like used to watch the commercials, and you know they'd be drinking. And I'm like, that's so cool, because I've only ever had Coke in a can. I mean, so I don't know. It's a big deal to me. I mean, oh, almost dropped it. I'm gonna put this down now. So yeah, we're gonna get into these questions, and hopefully they're not like inappropriate or anything. Even if they are, I'm still gonna answer. I don't remember what they asked. Ow. That actually hurt. I clearly did not think this through. I'll come back when I figure it out. So, there's a bottle opener right here, and I didn't know. Okay. And now we're back to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay. She burns, but I like it. Okay. Okay, so the first question is, would you rather suck a toe or lose one? See, here's the thing. I don't mind feet. So I'd rather suck a toe than to lose one. I don't mind feet, you know, not that bad. It'd be alright. I mean, they don't say which toe and they don't say how long, so I mean, so I'd suck it down. All right, so the next question is favorite Netflix series. Oh my gosh, that's such. These are all gonna be super hard. I already know because I'm so indecisive and I love everything. So it's like I really don't have favorites because I love everything. So what am I supposed to do? Okay, so favorite Netflix series. Let me think. There's so many good ones, you guys. But I love scary movies. I love anything horror, anything that's gonna make me pee on myself, anything that's just gonna make me scared. So I think the best series I've watched so far, there's so many. I'm letting you know right now. I'm only choosing this because I don't know how much I really enjoyed it. So I would say my favorite Netflix series right now is the Haunting of the Hill House series. I really hope there's gonna be a season 2. I finished it. Okay, little info about me. I'm going to try not to ramble on too much because I don't want this video to be too long. But fun fact about me. So I have trouble finishing things. Like, especially in the TV realm, like I'll watch movies all day long. That's, easy, 1 hour done. I don't ever have to like continue it. But for whatever reason, TV shows are so hard for me to finish. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've restarted One Piece, how many times I've restarted Grey's Anatomy, how many times I've restarted Criminal Minds. Like, there's just so many shows. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. The Coke is getting to me. But, I can't tell you guys how many times that I've started shows and just never finished it. And it's just freaking crazy. But The Haunting of the Hill House was so good. I finished that in literally 3 days. I think I finished that in 3 days. Crazy. That's so freaking crazy. All right. Next question is favorite memories from high school. Okay. It's really sad to think, but like only bad memories pop up when I think of high school. School is just not my thing. I really hate school, but you need it to get through life, so I'll just have to suck it up and deal with it. But favorite memories from high school, so it was mainly in like my electives. So Avenue Q, I did a play called Avenue Q, was definitely my favorite play that I did while I was in high school. I loved it so much. Marching band was definitely time of my life. I've made some lifelong friends in marching band, and I loved it so much. Playing my instrument, learning my instrument, learning myself, things that I thought I could never do, I was doing, just, things like that. Swimming, while I was in swimming, I only swam like 2 years, but I loved it. The pasta parties were freaking great, bro. If you're in swimming or you do any type of sports, you guys have like, the pasta parties or any of those type things, they're literally the bomb. I love those. And most definitely choir, because I love to sing. I love like music and things like that, and so choir was definitely something. I only did it my senior year, and after doing it that senior year, I regretted not joining freshman year or even in middle school. Like, I just regretted so much not joining because I learned so much about my voice, things that, like I said, things I didn't know I had learned, and I'm just like, and I was teaching myself, well, not teaching myself, but learning to do things with my vocals that I never thought I'd be able to do. So yeah, those are really great memories, and I miss them. I miss everyone. I miss all of you. All right, next question. Ooh, if you could change one thing in the world, what would it be? One thing in the world, there's so many things, but one thing I think I would change is like the separation factor. I feel like there's so much separation between like countries and races and people, and I wish that we can all just come together, I feel like a lot of problems would be solved if we would just all come together and work together for the greater good, you know. But of course, that's almost impossible because even if the majority of the people want one thing, there's always those few that ruin it for many. So I wish that there wasn't like a separation. I wish that, oh, for example, like I saw a tweet last night and it was like a lot of problems would be eliminated if the human race would just realize that we're all one race, which is exactly true. We're all human beings, you know. We just all just come together and work together. I feel like so many problems would be solved. Like it would be solved. Like world peace, basically. That's all we need is world peace. And it'd be so, you know, so great. We wouldn't have so many starving children or just people in general. We wouldn't have so many homeless people. You know, I just wish that we would all come together. We're slowly working on it, but there's a big gap we gotta fill. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Next question: what advice would you give to your younger self if you could? Wow. I think my biggest thing is, like I said, I always start things but I never finish. So as my younger self, I would tell myself that, you know, if you're gonna start something, or you know, you have goals, to push through even through the hard times. Like it's taken me until now to realize, you know, just because it gets hard doesn't mean that I stop, you know. I have to push through. And I mean, I've always pushed through things, but I always doubt myself. And I always, you know, you're your worst critics. And so, yeah, I'm always like beating up on myself. And that's a whole nother topic. But I would tell myself to keep pushing and to keep making those goals. And to, you know, to actually meet those goals. Because if there was things that I would have done when I was younger, I feel like I would have been just, it would have made things easier now than now. If I would have known what I know now back then, things would be easier. So that's what I would tell myself, is to just to keep pushing and to keep striving for those goals and to never lose hope. Ever. She really burns, bro. Okay, so, oh my gosh, she really words. Okay, so this next question is, what's the hardest thing that you've had to come to accept? Oh my gosh, these are so deep. Like, make me think. Okay, I guess this is what I asked for. So what's the hardest thing you've had? And I'm sorry about all the sniffling. Everyone's sicking my, I just have to say this because I know it's annoying. Just listening to myself, I'm like, but everyone's sick in my house, and I hope, I pray to God I'm not getting sick, but my nose has been running. I have this coat on because I'm so cold right now. But I'm so sorry about all the sniffling. But so what's the hardest thing you've had to come to accept? I'd have to say that not everyone's my friend. That's the hardest thing that I've had to learn to come to accept, that not everyone that comes into my life is for my good, that not everyone that comes into my life is here to stay. I think that's the hardest thing, because I'm such a people person. I trust easy, you know. I'm an open book. I'm willing to tell everyone, well, not everyone, you know what I mean. I'm more open about myself. The hardest thing is just realizing that I can't get attached to everyone that comes into my life. I have and know that when they come into my life that there's a purpose, whether they're here to stay or they're here for a season, that I have to come to terms with whichever one that is. And if they're here to stay, I have to learn that I have to to work with them, that they're here to grow with me and I'm there to grow with them. That's always great. That's always good. But there's some people that they come in to, basically teach me a lesson or for me to, shine my light. And that's the most important part, is that no matter who comes into my life, I have to realize, shine my light, do what I can, but I can't be upset and heartbroken every time that they do me wrong, that someone does me wrong, or that, someone leaves, because obviously that was the purpose. So that's the hardest thing I've had to come to accept. And also that I can't help everyone. Some people can't be helped. And that's just, I don't know, that's really hard on me. Because like I said, I love people. I love helping. I love. I just, I want everyone to be happy and cheerful all the time. I want everyone to be living their best lives. But, in the moment, that's not meant for everyone, if that makes sense. Not that they're not meant to be happy, but sometimes in that moment, like, you're not going to be happy and have sunshine and rainbows all the time. So yeah, that's the hardest thing. Happiest time in my life? I can't even. There's so many happy times, but there's never been like a moment so far, I guess, where it's like, oh, this has been the greatest moment of my life. But I've had like many happy moments, but they're all about the same. None of them are one's greater than the other. They're all about the same. Like, I haven't really, I don't know. I know definitely when I'm hanging out with friends and we're just like chilling and talking, and just laughing, doing whatever we're doing. That's really like when I'm at my highest. Or just like in general, like if I'm spending time with family, and we're just all hanging and chilling and just writing each other's writing. That really, never mind. We're gonna cut that. But just like feeling each other's vibes and just all connecting, and we're all like, oh well, yeah. Like that's great. I love that so much. Craziest time in my life. Craziest time. What was my craziest time? Give me a few minutes.
1 hour later.
I gotta think back deep in my memories.
2,000 years later.
I really can't think of one. I've never really had like when people say crazy moments, like when they say that, like I'm thinking of like you're out on an adventure, like you're out late at night, you're doing something you're not supposed to do, and like a cop comes or something, or like skinny dipping in a lake in the middle of the night or something like that. Like that's what I think of crazy, and I'm like, I've never really done anything like that, and that's really sad, I think, because I feel like life is supposed to be like full of adventures and things like that. But that's what I'm working on. I'm working on trying new things and being more adventurous. So maybe I'll come back to that one when it actually happens. Next question. How do you deal with heartbreak? To be honest, the best advice I can give, because every person is different, you just have to know yourself. But I think the most important, like, I can't stress this enough, the most important thing, especially when you're dealing with heartbreak, you need to take the time to heal and to figure out exactly what you need to make sure that you heal correctly, because heartbreaks are very serious things. They cause so much pain, especially when it's heartbreak from the people that you love or loved. It's just, that's something that's so hard to deal with, and it takes time. That's also something that's more important. A lot of people think like, oh, I can get over this in a week or a month. It doesn't even take a month. Like, that stuff takes so much time to heal, and it's important that you take your time when you're dealing with heartbreak to heal. Hey. I also wanted to quickly say that yes, take your time to heal, but do not stay in that place for too long, because that can also hinder your healing. You take that time. If you need to be alone, that's fine. Take that time to be alone. If you prefer to be around friends, you know, go ahead and be with those friends and make sure it's people that you trust, of course. And like you said, it's okay to cry. The most important thing, especially that helps me, is taking that time to sit there and think to myself, okay, how am I gonna get through this? Just making sure that you sit there and take your time. It is okay. Take your time when you're dealing with that. That's the most important thing. I see people rush and always move on way too fast, and then they're wondering why they can't work things out, or why they're having trust issues, or why this and why that. It's because they never took the time to sit there and look within themselves and to make sure that they heal properly. So just make sure you take your time. Your heart is a fragile yet strong thing. So it has its weaknesses. You have to just learn yourself and know. Oh, that's it. That's all the questions we have. So I enjoyed that. The questions weren't as bad as I thought they were gonna be. So, but they were really deep, and I think it was really interesting. You know, get a little insight on me and how I think of the world, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see a part 2 of this, maybe we get some more questions in. They can be all, I mean, I always accept questions. It doesn't matter. You can ask me anything, and I'll be honest, open and honest about it. But oh, I didn't even finish my drink. See, I talk so much. I can't even focus. I start things but never finish them. I'm telling you right now. But if you guys want to see a part 2 of this, let me know in the comments. You also have my social media that is linked down in the description box that you can contact me at if you would like to ask me questions there. I'll be open and honest about it. But like I said, if you guys want to see part 2, let me know and I'll make it happen. We can do this all over again. But I had so much fun answering these questions. Thank you to everyone who sent me those questions. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.